my God.
Da, 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 da. It's the one of motherfucking D-O-double-G, Snoop Dogg. Nah. Yo, it's the No Politics Podcast, your weekly dose. If it's worth talking about, we talking about it. I'm the one and only FakinNoMoves.
I'm WorkinGenius.
And you already know, we back always. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to be talking with my brother, WorkinGenius. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We dropped a new episode about a week and a half ago, something like that.
We getting back active. We getting back active right now.
We got the clips going. They've been buzzing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people interacting with us, loving to see us back, you know, with new content. And I've been telling people like, yo, you know, it's just part of the game, man. You know, we just gonna stay consistent as much as we can. Things pop up sometimes. We might miss a week here or there, but we gonna keep doing this shit.
But the goal and the vision stays the same.
Yeah, facts. And since that last episode was filmed, you know, we linked up. We went to a little wedding. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because last year I crashed the wedding you was at. This year you crashed the wedding I'm at. And I'm starting to feel like that's just our bop. That's our vibe.
That's our vibe. I love it, bro.
Wedding crashers.
That is my shit, bro. Like, I love it. Like, you can't get me up for most shit, but you invite me to a wedding, and I'm going to find a way to get there. Like,
facts. And I was at that wedding for like 3 hours before I even sent you the invite. I was like, yo, bro, like, I need my boy Junebug here. Like, I was like, because, like, at first, I was real reserved, sitting down, bopping to the music, went and got a drink, got some food. But I wasn't really, like, active, like, by the dance floor, by the bar, hanging out type shit. But once you popped up, I feel like you came right when the vibes was changing to party mode anyway.
Okay.
So it was like, all right, let's hang out by the bar and like close to the dance floor. Let's enjoy the music and vibe out. And what a night! What a fucking night! Like, what was your perspective like just popping up, like, you know, like?
Okay, well, first you DM'd me the invite. Like, I knew you were at a wedding. I know that it's not a wedding of someone like super close to you.
Yeah,
so
facts.
It's not that it's not like you could be like, yo, this my man, yo, Junebug, come pull up. Like, I asked them, I talked to them because they my man. Like, you know what I mean? It's not the same. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like,
even though that is my man. Shout out to Tay.
Yeah.
I'll say, you know, say Tay's name.
Yeah, no, I'm not even saying it's like that. I'm saying like if I got a wedding,
not Tay, Ty, the sound god, who was a guest on our host. It's just a whole nother friend of mine. His name's Tay, and his wife's a friend of mine since we were teenagers and shit. But she's my wife's best friend. Yeah. But it was a very intimate, small wedding as well. There was friends that weren't invited. So for you to even just pop up, you know, I asked the bride first, though. I asked the bride first, and she said, "Yeah, cool, it's fine." You know? But the groom, Tay, he probably was like, what the fuck? How this nigga get here? But at the same time, it's like, what up? Like, because he's met you before, you cool peoples and all that. And you know what I'm saying? He was just,
I think it helped that we had hung out with them within like the month prior.
Yeah. Literally,
so that
like
helped me be
ago.
Kind of like a more familiar, comfortable, like face.
And honestly, I actually forgot. I wasn't even referencing that we all hung out a couple weeks ago. I was referencing like when I had my barbecue at the crib and we was all there for like
that was when
week.
I first met them.
We were all together for like a whole week type shit. And then a couple weeks ago as well, we hung out all day together. Fucking.
Which I was saying, I was telling you, like at that point, like I didn't even know they were engaged to be married within like the month. Basically. So I was like shocked when you said you was going to that wedding. But from my perspective, you DM, like I knew you were at the wedding. You DM'd me. You said you asked the bride for permission. She gave you the okay, and it was like 8:36. Like, it was no lie, like 8:36 probably exactly. And I told you to send me the address because I wanted to see how far it was. I wanted to see how much an Uber would cost. It was like 20 minutes. It wasn't very far. So I was like, okay. I was like, I need to hop in the shower. I didn't even know if I had anything to wear, bro, because it's a wedding. So like,
I DM'd like, you what I was wearing.
So I was like, let me just hop in the shower right quick. So I hopped in the shower. when I got out the shower, I peeped that you said you was wearing a polo and some shorts. So once you said that, I said, nigga, I'm wearing anything. Like, if son is in a polo and some shorts to a wedding, like, I could pull off whatever right now. So that made it so much easier, bro. Because if you was like kind of dressed up,
polo and
shorts. Nah, I'm not shitting on. I'm just saying like it's very dressed down. It's very casual for a wedding vibe.
I was the only dude at the wedding with shorts on, but
anything close to it.
What's up though? Like I looked good. Like
where.
Not on some cocky shit, but I'm just saying, like, I looked wedding appropriate.
No, you look
like,
clean. You look clean. Yeah, you didn't look crazy. You didn't look like out of place. You know?
Yeah. We definitely got to
speaking of out of place,
picture of us.
I was gonna already do that. I was gonna mention it. I was like, I'm gonna just do it. But so once you told me that the weight was off my shoulders, I was like, bad. Like I could throw on anything. Because if you say you was suit and tie type vibe or anything close to that, I would have been like, damn, I don't even know if I got, you know. But once you said that, I was comfortable.
Low key, we could throw in the picture of the wedding I crashed. All y'all was suit and ties, and I still crashed that shit in some jeans.
Yeah. But the difference is, like, my relationship with the groom of the wedding is so...
family.
Like, that's literally it's family. So it's like, your family.
And I'm family.
There was no way.
Too, so it was like... And I was invited.
And you were invited. You just couldn't make it.
Didn't know I was gonna be able to make it to like literally the fourth quarter.
Exactly. So I got dressed. I went and I got there. I probably got there at 9:30. Like I got there in probably less than an hour.
That ass.
I got there mad quick, and you know me. I'm not that. I hate being invited somewhere short notice because then it's like damn. Like I'm not mentally prepared for it. But the fact that it's a wedding, I asked you open bar, you say yes. This is all I needed to hear. Pulled up. Once I got there, I told you like meet me outside, have my drink ready. And so before I even walked into the place, I had a drink in my hand because of you. But
that ass. I
was gonna say, speaking of out of place, I didn't find this out till I was already in there for maybe an hour. But you don't remember when your wife walked up to me and she asked me if I got the memo? She was like, you didn't get the memo?
There might have been some affiliations with the color blue in the area in the wedding, and my brother walked in wearing all red.
Okay, it wasn't all red, but it was I had black pants on, but red kicks with the red polo. He said he was wearing a polo. I was either gonna wear a baby blue polo, which I didn't even know what color you were wearing, but I was either gonna wear a baby blue polo and then I was like, nah, I always wear baby blue. That was my thought process. I was like, let me throw on the red Burberry polo. Bruh, I felt so stupid when she came up to me and she was like, you didn't get the memo? I was like, what memo? She was like, red was the one color the bride didn't want anyone wearing. I said, that was when it hit me. That's when I kind of like looked around and realized like, fuck.
Everybody just was walking by like, what's cracking? Nah, not even. It was all good vibes. Nobody gave a fuck about what.
Yeah. It was just funny.
It was just funny that because you know what's crazy? I was gonna wear red. I kept saying, yo, I'm gonna wear red with my red Brooklyn hat, and my girl was like, no, you're not wearing red, and it didn't hit me at all. She's like, you're not wearing red. She don't want nobody wearing red. Do not wear red. I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm wearing gold. And I'm like, yeah, but I got gold in the hat. It matches. Red and gold look good together. I'm just trying to convince her that I should wear red. So then like as my process of what I'm going to wear, I was like, yo, I got this baby blue hat. I think I'm going to wear baby blue. She's like, yeah, wear baby blue. And then it hit me when I got dressed and shit. And I was like, oh, okay, look at my homie's Instagram name. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We outside with it. Okay, I get it.
I got you.
I forgot to tell you because like I'm just thinking like, yo, pull up.
And I mean the fact that you didn't invite me till last second anyway. So it's like that's not even on your mind. It's just at that point, it's get me there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Like,
that's funny. That was a funny situation.
yeah, like, bro,
But
I felt like fuck. Like, of course, I'm not even technically invited to this wedding. I get I don't know if it was a reluctant okay that you got, or you know what I mean. Like, fine, sure, whatever, invite him. You know what I mean. Like, so I don't know. You know how it was. So
it kind of was, but kind of was. It was just like she was like, "Who?" And I was like, "Junebug," and she was like, "Yeah, it's all right. Like, that's fine."
okay, yeah.
You know?
See, like, but because I don't know that, I'm like, fuck. Like, of course, I come. It's a I wasn't invited, and I fuck up somehow. But nah, like you said, it was good vibes. It wasn't an issue.
Man. Fucking
nobody made me feel like it was an issue.
Yeah, and even at the end of the night, like all the homies were like a couple of the homies, not all of them, a couple of them were like dapping me out, like, "Yo, good energy, I fuck with you," like, and I was with you all night, so it was like, you know, they saw our vibe, our energy. We was chilling by the bar.
Yeah,
the music was good. The DJ was great. I fucked with the DJ. The only thing at the end of the night, they finally played Cupid's Love, which you wanted them to play as soon as you walked in, but like, it's not your wedding.
Bro, how is that not? I mean, he had like a specific wedding playlist.
I don't know. I didn't get like the details, bro.
Okay.
But
how you don't play Cupid
facts, but
at a wedding? Like,
he did. He did eventually.
Played it mad. Like, he played it when the shit was like cleared out, bro.
Everybody
like, people was already on their way
yeah.
out. I mean, I didn't give a fuck because
we was vibing. We was still in the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah, that was when like
we were officially
drunkenness kind of hit me. You know?
Yo.
So yeah,
facts, man. And it got to the point that like the bar was running out of certain things, and we were just going up to the bar, and they were just like, "You want something to drink?"
Yeah,
yes. Anything.
Yeah,
and they just making
something
random shit. We don't
something to drink.
They're like I remember at one point at first I was the one who kicked it off. She was like, "What you want?" And I said, "Anything." And she was just like, "Here you go." And then after that she was like, "You want something?" Okay.
Yeah, that led to a problem. But usually I wouldn't, but it was that I got there. I felt like I got there late, so now you got to kind of play catch up with the drinks. Like in my brain, I'm like, all right, I got to catch up a little bit. I got to match the vibe. I got to match the energy. Yeah. So I'm not even thinking, and then it got bad. It got bad. I was fucking.
Because when they were giving the beers, it was like the little modelos, but like they said modelitos. And I was like,
did they say that?
They said it because at first I was like, yeah, I need a modelito. Let me get the modelito. And everyone laughing at me like, yo, why you calling it a modelito? And then I got one. I'm like, look, it says like modelito. Yo, shit was dumb funny. Yeah, even the picture I sent you, I told Vicky when she sent it to me, I turned the picture. I was like, got that modelito. And we were just dying laughing, yo.
I even had some of that at some point. Poured some in my cup at some point.
Damn. Dudes was pouring up the modelito.
My cup was cracked and all that. Like I don't even know how my cup got cracked.
Yo,
you held my cup at some point. You handed it back to me. Shit was cracked. I don't know.
Damn.
But whatever. It was a good night. And then I got really drunk and I was spinning when I got home. It was bad.
But you didn't have to take an Uber back. Yeah. My girl was sobering up and shit because she saw we was getting lit, and then she was able to drive you home and get everybody else home safely. We won't talk about what happened after that. But anyway, besides that, good times as always. But media, there's been a lot of different news going around in the media, and there's actually a new social media platform that Mark Zuckerberg put out there to compete with Twitter, and it's called Threads. I ain't gonna lie, we've been on that thread wave. I've been on that. At least I've been on that thread wave. I can tell you that.
I mean, when you say you've been on it, like how much have you been on it? You just be.
I go on it. I scroll. I try to.
You scroll.
I scroll.
I don't really scroll. I scroll
through it. I like seeing random.
I get
shit
my
on the
thread
timeline.
off and
Nah, see, I feel like that's kind of whack.
It
Low-key.
is whack. It is, but
I
like
like to
I'm
go
not
through
spending
it,
time on it. Is my
see
point.
random people's thoughts. Just I even followed a couple people just because they just randomly was on my shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I post. I've been real quick. I haven't really gave like opinions. I probably like three little liners and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on
Mm-hmm.
my Biggs Burke wisdom thread vibe. But other than that, like I've been like previewing shit, like inspos and shit like that, posting up pictures and shit, and you know.
Yeah, I don't really know like how I want to use it yet. So every now and then I thread, I guess is the equivalent to I tweet. I thread and then like I just don't like how on the explore page on the home page, like I like that it's mixing it up. Like I like that it's not just people you follow. I think obviously it needs a toggle for people you follow
Yeah,
versus like
and they
a,
said they're gonna add that.
and I'm sure they will. Yeah, I'm
They're
not
gonna put a
stressing
thing
that.
where you can actually see it in like real time and order.
Yeah, my shit
And
is I just
shit.
be seeing mad shit that I'm like,
Yeah.
so I don't waste time scrolling. I just get my thought off and I'll be off it. I'll probably use it better, but I've never been a big Twitter person either. I
I
just feel
looked at
like
it as my opportunity to start being, because in the beginning on Twitter we were active,
we were
but
super
it
active
was the
way before
infancies
Twitter
of
was
it. There
popping.
was no like thought of like, oh, this is a platform where you can
You can
build your
get big,
brand or
or
some
yeah,
shit.
it was nothing like that.
So I looked at Threads as like, yo, this is my
Just as an
opportunity
opportunity,
to fix where I fucked up with Twitter. Kind of
exactly,
like,
100%.
let me like put out some valuable shit. Like if I do tweet something, I want it to be something that could be reposted, maybe
Mm-hmm.
show a little insight into me, preview like shit I'm inspired by, because I haven't announced really, but I'm designing some fitted hats with a store in Lower East Side that is getting made through New Era. And there's a lot of these fitteds, there's inspo behind them sometimes. So like with me, I want any fitted that I design to have a story, and like, why did I do it? Oh, because it's inspired by this moment or this picture, or when this person wore this hat and I kind of recreated or paid homage to it. So people don't know that. If you're watching this episode, you'll know that I'm doing that now, and that most of the pictures that I'm putting up are exposed to some creations that should be coming down the line in 2024. We're gonna take over and shit. But um that's my kind of mindset, is like basically fixing where I might have fucked up and shied away from Twitter and was like, yo, fuck this, I'm not putting my opinions out on Twitter no more. I'm just gonna be me and live life. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
see, for me, I totally agree on you gotta take advantage of the opportunity that Threads presents. I've I've never been shy of giving my opinions. I just felt like Twitter started to feel like a place where everyone wants to have an opinion on everything.
yeah,
And that's where it's like, yo, not everything needs everyone's 2 cents.
yeah.
And so
That's why
that
I'm
just kind
still
of,
not kind of using it for my opinions though. I'm
yeah.
just using it more to like
Honestly, I just use it
drop
to,
one of my gems, one of my one-liners or something like that, and just kind of like fuck
I
with
use it,
motivational shit. I still love to see people saying motivational things or giving
or
motivational gems and just sharing that and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I use it like I would use the black screen Instagram story. Like anything that I would normally, do the black screen on Instagram and type some text, that's how I use Threads.
Facts. That's a
Anytime
good,
I have a random ass
good way to
thought,
put it.
instead of just typing it, I'll go on Threads, I'll thread it, and then
Yeah.
I'll share it to my story if I felt like it.
And it's funny
That's how
'cause
I'm using it.
one of my threads I put out was like, "Don't talk yourself out of your blessings,"
Yeah.
and literally that ties in what you said. Like, motherfuckers want to just have an opinion on everything, and it's like that shit gets corny. So
Yeah.
it's like, yo, bro, like I'm not here to over talk myself into out of anything or into anything. I'm just here to just drop some gems, be me, share shit that I feel inspires me, and hopefully, you know, people fuck with that and realize that that's my whole vibe. My brand is based off that. Like I'm very inspired by nostalgic shit, and I want to be a creative who creates shit that reminds you of shit that you might have been inspired by, and you know what I mean, like shit like that. So I feel like this is the perfect new platform to get that right. Like do it and do it the right way. Like Twitter, we were young, then we grew out of it, and it was too late to come back and try to keep. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never too late, but for me, it was like you said, it got corny. Like everybody wants to fucking have a fucking opinion. Like I don't give a fuck. But yeah,
Yeah, honestly, I will say that I think the right way to attack threads, if you're trying to build a brand or build a following, is kind of opposite of how I'm using it right now, which is anytime you get on a new platform, you want to kind of start to understand the platform. You should be on the homepage. You should see the kind of things people are threading about, or you should be in replies. You should be social.
that's what I
That's
haven't
the
been
whole
doing is
thing.
replying to shit because people could see
Yeah.
your replies. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I felt about it, but that's maybe just something I got to get over and get more comfortable doing.
Yeah, I mean,
well, you know.
Well, if you reply it, what does it matter if people see it or not? If you replied it, that means you were comfortable putting it out into public opinion.
Yeah, so I haven't replied
sphere.
I probably replied to like 2 things.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them was your one of your threads. I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But I haven't got comfortable yet with that part of it, like actually interacting with people. Like someone,
but I feel like that's the
someone
best
quoted
way.
one of my threads and like wrote a whole thing like, yeah, that's the thing with the beauty of it, and I never even responded to it. It's like I might have fucked up.
Yeah, that's the part where we need to be social, man. Like the best way to take advantage on new social media platforms is to be part of the community, actively have conversation, actively reply to people, follow people, like people's stuff, repost people's stuff, quote people, all that shit is actually the way to build a community and to make friends, and that's how you build a following, that's how you build your brand, that's how people. And I think the problem is, honestly, we got so comfortable with social media that we forgot the social aspect of it.
Facts.
And we want to be very cool on it, which is, it's fine. Like, be cool. You know what I mean? If you cool, be cool. You know what I mean? If you don't want to do too much, you don't got to do too much. I'm not a very social person in real
general.
life.
Yeah, that's
so
the thing. So
on social media, I don't want to feel like I'm doing too much or being fake, like responding to anything and everything. Like, hey, I like this. Hey, I like this.
Like
hey, nice pic. Yeah, like, because I feel fake like that. I don't even feel like that's organic. But to be very honest, that is the way that you make friends and you build a community and you build a following and you build a brand.
I'm just gonna reply to everyone and just drop the globe emoji. So,
and then I feel like you pushing your own agenda there, and then it's very unnatural.
This is me. This is how I feel about it. Globe.
So yeah. So honestly, I need to take my own advice in regards to that. But if you're trying to build a following on Threads, anyone watching, listening, that would be the way to go. Like, you just got to kind of be active with it. Who knows if it's going to be bigger than Twitter? Like, that's not important. I think people get too caught up thinking about social media.
100 million signups in fucking 15 hours or something.
Yeah, well, the great thing about Threads is that the crossover rate is going to be very high because it's linked to
your Instagram. And I like that part of it too, that
that
when
is
someone follows you or responds to you and all that, you can literally go on their page, click the Instagram logo, and then be like, oh, okay, this is their Instagram, this is what they're about. Oh,
so
shit.
You have carryover
literally, it's like,
between your followings.
Yeah.
And one thing always with starting with a new social media app is that there is almost no carryover. You almost kind of gotta try to build it on its own again. This, you kind of get a head start.
And for like the first 3 days, there was no bots, no fake accounts and shit. Now there's definitely some, but it's not like they're like spamming or anything like that. But you'll get your follows here. And it's like, oh, this is like a bot account probably or some shit.
Yeah, but
overall, I'll say
so far,
thumbs up though on Threads.
Yeah, but I was gonna say
thumbs in the game.
But I was gonna say that people get too caught up trying to predict, like, oh, will this be better than this? Will this be worth being on? And like, if you got time, bro, like, it doesn't matter if it's gonna be better than Twitter in the long run. Just try to make the friends you can while on it. Try to build the brand the best, or promote the brand the best way you can while on it.
Yeah.
And you know, even if Threads is done in a year, and you made 10 friends off of it, got 10 followers, that's 10 more than you had before.
Yeah.
So, you know, they'll follow you on Instagram probably just off your Threads, and you know what I mean. It's take advantage of the opportunity, essentially.
Yeah. The only thing is that if you have multiple Instagram pages, you can't make multiple threads. So, like, I got my hat page and I got my personal page, which I have our podcast content on and shit like that.
Yeah.
I made the thread from my personal page, so I can't make a thread from my hat page for that following. Which,
okay, I didn't
but
know that.
Soon I think they did mention soon you will be able to, but you know, everything's the beginning, and they actually launched it like 24 hours earlier than they were expecting and shit. I don't know if that made a difference really anyway, but it's the beginning, so they're fixing shit and adding shit and all that good stuff, you know. But yeah, I fucks with it. Like I said, thumbs up so far. Maybe it's just that it's the new kid on the block, so you want to be on it more than
I think that's what it is, because if it's essentially the same as Twitter, what makes me want to use it any more than I would want to use Twitter, you know what I mean? But it is that it's kind of just a fresher feel, and
I did feel like Twitter got kind of like all over the place too. Like they have like different kind of like timelines on you for like that show the tweets and shit now. Like it's like the For You or the following thing. I don't fucking know. Like, but I don't even use Twitter really like at all. So yeah. Yeah, but that's cool. That's some new shit, like I said. But media, there's been new things as well going on. Well, if we staying around social media, Adam22.
Why is that social media?
I don't know, because social media been killing this motherfucker.
Okay, yeah. I mean, but social media kind of on both the situations.
Yeah,
we want to discuss, but yeah, no, I mean, okay, outline it for anyone that doesn't know at this point.
Adam22, in the words of Nah, I ain't even gonna say that. Adam22 let his wife get piped down by another dude on camera for her OnlyFans career after they got married and after they had a kid. The kid's not even one, I don't even think. And yeah.
Thoughts?
Couldn't be me.
Bro, literally the words that were on the top of my head. Literally couldn't be me.
Yo,
with the words at the top of my brain, bro.
I'm seeing the funniest memes about, Adam22 let his girl get taken down by a 25-inch HD TV. Like, what? like random shit. like, bro, they made memes of her with her eyes rolling back. They made memes of her biting on the sheets while she's getting pounded out. Oh my God, this is crazy.
It's bad, right?
What
is the world coming to right now? We're in a bad state in the world right now.
And then homie went on his podcast and has been talking about it openly. The funniest shit I saw, though, he was talking with Whack 100 about it, and the first thing Whack 100 asked was like, "You kissed her after?"
Oh, yeah.
Bruh, he was like, yeah, after she brushed her teeth. Like, fuck out of here, bro. You lying.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What are your thoughts?
I hate everything. I hate it. It's like, I mean, what are my thoughts on what aspect of it? There's just so much, right? First of all, I've just never been a fan of Adam22 or anything he's
I know that.
going on.
I know that. There's just certain people with certain energies and
that's just
agendas that you just do not fuck with. And
exactly.
Adam22 definitely fits the mold of
that. Exactly.
So it's like
from the
beginning
of everything I've ever been
you're
against.
Just like, bro, I told you from the beginning he a fuck boy, like pretty much. Like I fuck with No Jumper. I watch it for the content. The ratchet shit, the ignorant shit entertains me from time to time. I don't know him personally. I don't really have an opinion on who he is as a person. I've heard things and all that, and I could judge and feel certain way ties. But when it comes to his platform and some of the interviews and the fucking messiness that comes along with his brand, I tune in. I pay attention. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna front like I don't like some of the shit he puts out there in the world, you know, but yeah, you don't fuck with none of that.
Yeah, I don't fuck with none of that. But I just in my mind I'm like, there's gotta be a play here.
I'm gonna tell you what I heard though, but keep going before I tell you.
Like there's gotta be a play here where, I mean, obviously she getting money off of it. That's his wife.
True.
She getting money.
Hopefully.
Obviously he's getting a ton of attention off of it. It's like at this point I guess he's fucking shameless. Like
he's saying the next one he's gonna do is gonna be with him in it. Yeah, and another dude piping his shit. I mean,
what?
His girl shit. Probably his shit too.
Yeah. At the rate he's going.
At the rate he's going.
Nah, but
what?
I'm gonna have to deactivate my social media after that because I don't want to see no memes of that shit.
Of him biting the bed.
Oh, speaking of, the Tom Holland memes is crazy. Not to go off tangent here, but the Tom Holland memes is crazy,
bro.
I
don't even. I'm lost. I don't even know what the fuck's going on, but I know what the fuck's going on because I seen the fucking memes, and I said it to Lewis. I'm like, hopefully it wasn't like on some like, yo, like I'm gonna toot my shit up and I'm down for this. It was some other shit from what I saw, like the way he was like. I thought maybe he got attacked by somebody. You know, I don't want to say what I really thought, but I thought he got.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he's gay in the show. Yeah,
he's gay in the show or the movie. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
But Lou was like, "Nah, bro, he's just giving it up like that." I'm like, "Oh fuck,
yeah, he's gay,
not Spider-Man."
Nah, like I don't care. From the aspect of he's playing a gay character. He's an actor or whatever. He took the role. It's just funny because of the fact that the Zendaya shit from a couple weeks ago was her having the threesome on the bed
in her movie,
and he's like, son tried to get his lick back type shit, but he's getting pounded like, that's crazy. Like the whole concept of that.
Yo, that shit is hilarious.
It's crazy.
Like kudos to you as an actor. Like I know some actors have like their boundaries and shit. And they won't do shit like that, but he's like, yo, if I'm gonna be considered one of the greats, I gotta be able to do everything. Like the famous story that we've all seen with Will Smith when he was on Fresh Prince and they gave him a role where he had to kiss a man, and he didn't want to do it. Like not in Fresh Prince, like outside of Fresh Prince in the movie, they gave him a role and he didn't want to do it. And one of the actors, I don't know if it was Uncle Phil or Aunt Viv, the original one, was like, well, you know, like in the industry we're in, you know, you can't just be like picky like that. Like sometimes you gotta prove to people that you could do anything. Like if you want to be a great. And he was like, fuck it, and he did it, and he did the role, and he kissed the dude or some shit. Huh?
What role?
I don't know what movie it was, or maybe he was willing to do it, and maybe he didn't get it.
They didn't make him do it.
They didn't make him do it, but he was willing to do it or something. Don't quote me. Like I don't got 100% on it, but it was a situation like that. Will spoke about it and all that. And So it could be very well the same thing with Tom Holland, where it's like, all right, man, like everybody knows I'm with Zendaya, I like girls or whatever.
Yeah.
Or who knows?
I mean, I'm
Who knows
sure
what he likes,
in their mind they both just did roles. They're obviously it's that the internet obviously took these two situations that were very well publicized and found a way to, you know, connect them, and
the hood
just,
areas of the internet that we be on and shit. Because I'm pretty sure the white high end media fucking pages and shit are probably like praising him for it. Like, oh my god, such a great actor, blah blah blah. Like, you know, we're
not even thinking twice about
our
this
whole
in this
demographic
situation.
is like, yo, how your girl had a threesome and you fucking went and just was like kissing up on a dude. Like,
I mean, literally when the Zendaya threesome clip came out, niggas was talking about, like, niggas was just depressed on social media. All across social media, dudes was depressed that Zendaya was in a movie having a threesome. Like,
word.
People in their stories throwing up and shit. Like, it's just people exaggerating. It's just jokes. But back to the Adam22 shit.
So Adam22 instead was like, yo, I'm gonna let a dude bang my girl.
Yeah,
man. We gonna make some money off this. And
yeah, there's a play here. He's clearly shameless, like I said. So for him, it's attention.
Yeah,
think about it. That's all that has really come from this. A ton of fucking attention. And at this point, when you have no dignity left,
this is good attention
like,
for him.
It's just, yeah, he's just eating off that.
Facts.
So, I don't know. I thought it was hilarious when he was talking to the dude. The dude's name is Jason.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Even though you know he beefing with him now.
I don't know.
He said he's black. He's blackballed from ever smashing his girl again. Yo, that shit had me done. Like, I'm never gonna let you smash my girl again. Like, what? That's some white shit right there.
I don't think that's real. I think he's just, again, milking the moment.
Yeah.
Now here's the next part of the saga type shit. But he was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, like, the dude Jason was like, yeah, I don't really think you a cuck, because, like, the way people are calling you a cuck, because, you know, you agreed to it. There was an agreement. There's a, you know, I'm a professional. This is my profession. You know, I'm high up in my profession. She's high up in hers. And we just doing business. You know what I mean? So I don't think you a cuck for that. You know, I think, like, you got, like, a level of mental maturity to be okay with that. Now, me personally, like, and once he said that, bro, all that shit went out the window. Because it's like, exactly, like, me personally, hell no.
Oh, Jason said, like,
yes, he said, but me personally, and I said, once he said that, like, it was over. Like, that
invalidated everything.
That's
all the
exact. It was essentially the butt.
Just...
It was essentially saying butt. Everything before the butt doesn't. Yeah. That was essentially what it was. Me personally, I don't know if I got the mental maturity. Yeah, because we not just letting dudes smash our wife out here. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, and I don't know, bro, to sink to that level for attention or money or whatever the fuck, clout, like, it just represents the opposite of everything. Like,
so you want to hear what I heard is the play?
What's the play?
Adam22 got pedophile allegations, and he's trying to.
Well, he been had those,
but it came back heavy, and he's trying to. Everybody was talking about it again.
But where'd you hear that was the play?
One of these
people putting two and two together, because I could have put two.
Yeah,
and two
but it was like
that.
One of these things where it was like one of those pages like Keke's intern and shit like that, and they were just like, "Yo, right?
Oh yeah,
right when
the same shit.
Right
yeah,
when
I saw the same
he's
shit. That's not
having all these.
That's putting two and two together.
Now he's distracted, and everyone's just talking about his girl getting piped down, and no one's talking about these allegations.
Yeah, I thought you had like a legitimate like source, like someone was like,
nah, but who's gonna be my legit source? That's like, you know what I'm saying? But
well, I don't know if you saw that someone like close to Adam22 said something, but you know,
I'm sure someone out there close to him probably
like
did say some shit like that, but you know, I'm just not even really looking for it.
That was just off that meme shit.
But bro, I believe it's because we heard about it before when he was younger or whatever and shit, but it came out again recently, like I don't know if it's some new shit or whatever, but someone was on that again with him, and then boom, the sex tape shit with for her OnlyFans, and it's like nobody wants to talk about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, if that is the play, just to temporarily distract motherfuckers again because shit like this is popping up again with him, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm of the opinion that I just kind of ignore their existence entirely.
I feel you.
That's the way to beat them.
Honestly, I stopped watching his podcast. I just follow his little media page, the No Jumper page, and get some ratchet news every now and then on my timeline. You know.
Yeah, nah. The best way to combat that shit is to just stop giving these people attention. Unfortunately, you can't. We really can't control that. Yeah. Unfortunately, like. Because the internet's gonna.
I thought you were gonna say when he was talking to the dude Jason, he asked him to rate his girl's vagina.
Did he?
He was like, "So what would you rate it?" He asked him, dead ass.
What did he say?
I don't know. I didn't see the answer. I just know that motherfucker was like, "Yo, you asking another man to rate your girl's shit, bro?"
You see when she got back and she was on his podcast and she was like,
she said it took 4 days to get back to normal.
It's like, bro, like,
I'm sorry, but at the same time, like for me, I'll be like, yo, if some shit like that happened to me, like you gotta now accept me wilding out, like, but. In their case,
at that point, why
we shouldn't even be together.
Like,
yeah, at this point, we shouldn't even be together. If you even want to do some shit like that, and you're gonna make me want to now step out on you and do shit like that. But in their case, they been had their little OnlyFans podcast where she lets him pipe down girls with her, and they've been doing that for a couple years now. So it's like he's like, bro, excuse me. He's like, bro, like, you know how many girls I done pipe down with in front of my girl, and I can't handle her just doing one time with another dude, and
I don't know. Call it sexist, but it's got to be different. I don't know. Like I can't say because I'm not a woman that's letting her man pipe other with, but like something about it it's got to be different. I just know I'm throwing up. Like, it's over. Like, if that happened to me, it's over. Bro. Like I know I couldn't take it.
Bro, there ain't no way. And then he watched the shit when it was like after, like before it was released. He was like, "Yeah, I watched it. It wasn't that bad and shit." Like
he reviewed the tape.
He reviewed it, bro. Like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I can't kiss my girl again after that. I don't care what business we just did. Like. Like, I mean, I can't even let you kiss my kid no more after that. Like, I'm gonna feel certain type of way. Like, when I see you kiss my kid, I'm be like, dirty.
Well, that's the thing. Now you gotta think about, like, honestly, if they're in that industry, which is essentially the porn industry at this point, like, I guess that's how it is for all of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think as regular people, we just disagree with that aspect of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so it's just different because they started off, I guess, as entertainers and then went into it. So it's now it's like we make fun of them from that aspect.
Yeah.
We laugh at them from that aspect. We judge them from that aspect. As opposed to if they were always just porn stars, then
it'd just be normal.
Nothing to it. It would just
fucking.
Yeah, we wouldn't better not.
Honestly, we wouldn't even give a fuck about Adam22 if his girl was just a popping ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, name in that industry, and now she's doing whatever the fuck with the other dude because he's popping, and we don't even know who Adam22 is. You know, we wouldn't be fucking judging him like that, but it is.
You want to hear a crazy question?
Yeah.
Would you rather have an Adam22 father or a Lena the Plug mother?
Fuck.
Bro, this shit stumped me so hard.
Nah, I think 80% of people would say an Adam22 father.
I think they would too.
And people have deadbeat fathers.
I said the
like,
same shit. I said the same shit.
Yeah, that's my dad. He's a fucking deadbeat.
And he's horrible. And he ain't shit.
But that's my dad.
And he ain't shit ass dude. Yeah, and I have no affiliation. I think that's where I landed. Because a part of me was like, I hate him as if all the things I've heard are true. You know, I hate like what he represents as a person.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And so I wouldn't want that to be my father.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
but it also depends on we're answering from the perspective of a boy, a son, a man.
Yeah.
That doesn't want to know or look at their mother in the light as
exactly.
But a girl might be like, no, I'd rather my mom be like that and not have a fucking piece of shit dad like that.
That's true too. A girl might see it differently, 100%. But yeah, once I was like, damn, my mother on some OnlyFans shit.
Nah,
I was like, don't even this bum ass nigga as a father, like. Bro, that shit got me mad, like depressed almost. I was like, damn, nah. The reality of that situation was just like too heavy. I was like, nah, I gotta take this piece of shit as a pops.
Word, dead ass. Yeah, fuck it.
But oh man, fucking awful situation.
Yeah,
awful situation. But for one, that's an awful situation. I wouldn't even call that a controversial situation because people just are it's all very one-sided how people feel about it. But then there's this next situation that's a bit more controversial, I feel like there's definitely various sides to this. Like, I wish almost like we had a woman's perspective on this episode for this as well. But the Keke Palmer Usher situation has kind of been going crazy right now. And
I got my girl's perspective on it.
Okay, that helps. That's good.
She was saying that what Keke Palmer was wearing wasn't that bad, that it wasn't that see-through. And then I pulled up the picture and I was like, that's not see-through? And she was like, okay, maybe it is see-through, but I don't know. It's not like, you shouldn't be making that big a deal. I was like, you gonna wear that to go see Usher? She was like, no, I wouldn't. But you know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think that that's like the primary issue. Because if she just sat there, then what she was wearing wouldn't have fucking mattered. If she just sat there when Usher approached her, and it's that she was giving him energy.
She got up, she spun around for him. She was hitting the.
He was eyeing her shit crazy.
And then they got
and she knew
they got the fucking evidence of him like looking at her shit and all that like.
Yeah. I mean,
and she just had a baby too. That's why I say
I don't think it has nothing to do with what she's wearing, honestly. Like,
I mean, her baby daddy said, as a mother, you gonna wear that outside to an Usher concert? Like, do better.
I mean, but
her baby daddy himself felt the way about it.
But he knew she was wearing that.
Maybe he didn't.
So his issue is just with what she's wearing?
Her reaction and what she was wearing, literally, was his whole shit.
I think
he said,
but I think she could have been wearing the most, like, she could have been super covered up. And if she still acted the same way, he would have had the same issue.
I think he would have had an issue with how she acted, but he specifically mentioned that. That's all I'm saying is, like, he didn't like the whole situation. I
think that's just a way to kind of
like,
garner more people on his
as
side.
A mother, like, do better.
I think that's just a way to garner more people to his cause type shit, like, to agree with him.
Yeah.
Like, none of that shit mattered. The only thing that mattered, because if she didn't give him that energy, none of that shit would have been news.
All I'm thinking right now is we're talking about it.
Worth talking about it.
There goes my baby. That's a good one too to get her open to. Ooh, girl.
See, here's the shit is that Usher's an entertainer. Obviously, he's performing. Keke Palmer is not, she's not oblivious to that fact.
Yeah.
So she's also an entertainer herself. So she's probably having fun with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't know that she has negative intentions. We don't know Usher's intentions.
I don't think Usher
his
has
shit was negative though.
I don't
no,
think
his shit
so.
was negative. I seen the look in his eye. That
the
nigga,
look in his eye, I think
his
was
intentions
more
was
so
crazy.
like, oh shit, I didn't know Keke was built like that. I see you. But his intentions was, this is part of my show. Sometimes there's a famous person in the crowd, so I'm gonna get the crowd live by interacting with them during this part, because he did it multiple times.
As a man, Usher's intentions was completely deviant.
I think
as a man,
I don't think so, bro. I don't think Usher was like, oh, Keke Palmer's in the crowd tonight. I'm pulling up on her with.
Nah, yeah, I don't know. Like I really, yeah, I don't know.
I think his reaction was a legit reaction to not knowing what she was wearing, and when she turned around, he was like, "Oh."
Or he could have been acting. Like we don't know nothing. Honestly, like,
it's a Vegas show, bro. He's basically Siegfried and Roy now. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah. he's those dudes. Like he's Chippendales, bro. Like at this point, like he's a Vegas show. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean. So whose side are you on in this situation between, I guess, Keke and her husband?
That's the thing. I agree with her husband.
Well, also give your wife's opinion as well.
Her opinion was she wasn't wearing nothing bad. Honestly, I felt like the topic of the conversation was really based around what she was wearing and not really how she reacted. Yeah, she looked open and like, ooh, like Usher's giving me the time of day. Like, but I really don't believe Usher's intention was like, yo, I'm trying to bag you. I'm this part of my show. You're famous. I'm famous. So we're going to make a moment here. And I think really the problem was the clothing, where her cheeks was out, bro. She's wearing pretty much like a thong under that. Like, and you can see it. You know what I'm saying? So I agree, like, yo, don't wear that out in Vegas, like, to the Usher. But at the same time, it's like, does she know Usher does that at the show? Does she like wear it and be like, ooh, Usher's gonna pull me up and make me stand up, and then he gonna get to see this cake? Was that her intentions? I can't say that was her intentions. I don't know. But as a father, husband, boyfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call it, someone who has kids with a woman, and you're the mother of my children, I'm going to be like, bro, like, you should have known better than to wear that out. Now it's fucking a headline. And now you just didn't wear it for the night to enjoy the Usher concert. The whole world has seen this now and has seen your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I can agree with it from that perspective. But it also depends on, I guess, what's her history of the way she dresses and how she goes out. Because if she, you know, does that, not frequently, but like, then he knows the kind of woman he married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if this was like a one-off kind of thing, I think maybe he has a case. Like, this isn't like you, and you did the most, and, you know, you didn't get my blessing, maybe. But
I'll say this. I don't know if he knows, like from your context, like, oh, this is something she does often, so I know the kind of woman I'm with, or this was a one-time thing. But from my perspective of watching Keke Palmer since she was young and Aquila and the Bee and all that, and to then becoming a young woman, and I felt like as a young actor, she never was looked at as like the pretty girl. You know what I mean? Like, she was just like, oh, she's Aquila and the Bee. Like, and then once she became like 19, because I don't know how old she is. She might be our age or maybe a little younger. But once she got to that like 18, 19 into her 20s, she always kind of, to me, looked like thirsty to get validated as like a bad chick or a pretty girl. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like she's been thirsty.
I don't have that same.
I've seen shit like that where I felt that way in the past. Not to say like I just be like, yo, Keke Palmer's a thirsty ass chick that wants attention. Not to say that I'm fully putting her in that box, but there has been moments where I've seen certain things and I felt that way about her. And then to see this with Usher is like, yeah, she's always, but there's been moments where I felt she's a girl that wants that attention. She's thirsty for that attention, to be validated as she's beautiful and bad. But yeah, you could. There's no problem with feeling beautiful, but like, don't be thirsty to be like, yeah, I'm bad and I'm trying to get the baddest dudes to be on me type shit. Like I got that energy sometimes from her, you know. So this fit into that. So I kind of wasn't surprised.
I don't be on her like that to know.
I kind of wasn't surprised, low key though.
I just think she's, I guess vibe from her is that she's just kind of like, she's very outgoing. She's playful.
That too.
And so I feel like in a moment like that, she's gonna play into it. Now, if that's for attention or to be validated, like I never saw it that way. I always just saw it like
playing into it is a good thing too, because I could see that as well. She's an actor, so she's playing into the moment now. Oh, let's make this a moment, like a scene. You know, okay, Usher's calling me, and she knew the words. She's an aspiring singer, so she got to sing along with the words and hit her little note. It kind of was like a scene, like a movie scene. And maybe that's what her perspective was in the moment. Like, oh shit, like this is my moment to make this moment with Usher and have this scene where everyone's going to see it now. But where the issue stands, I think where her baby daddy is, the cheeks was out. And when she did the spin, Usher gave that look like, oh, and that struck a chord, which, you know what I'm saying?
That spin totally changed Usher's intentions. I don't care what you gotta say. My son's intentions were dark, so I don't know. But I feel like I do think probably what she was wearing definitely like played into it to an extent, but I really think it was off the energy she was giving her. What she was wearing, I guess, didn't help, but you know that's between her and her man in terms of what she be wearing, I guess. Like,
and then the extra clips came out before he pulled up on her, or maybe after he pulled up on her, where she's making faces and then turning the camera to the big screen TV where he got his shirt up showing his abs, and she's like, and then like,
wait, I ain't see that.
You ain't see that?
I don't think I saw that. What is it?
Bro, there's literally a video out that she recorded. She might have put it on her story or some shit. And she's recording herself like jaw drop, eyes looking crazy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
And then she changes the camera to the screen, and Usher got his shirt over his head, all sweaty with his abs out.
I seen that.
And she's like thirsty for him in the video.
Yeah.
That might be really what got him even heated. It was like, yo, you was being thirsty when he got his shirt off. Then he pulls up. You hit the spin for him and show him the cake. Like, what?
Yeah. See, I feel like it's such a different dynamic that we can't understand when, so if I had a girl and she loved Drake, right? And every time she see Drake, she's like, oh my God, I love him. Like, who gives a fuck, right? Now, if my shorty was very famous, meaning now being with Drake is a realistic possibility because you're well known, he can find you.
Yeah.
Now that changes the dynamic of how outwardly of a fan you should be acting. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like how hype you should be about something. Because like for me, if I love Sofia Vergara, let's say, Salma Hayek, actually, she's been making waves, right? And I'm a nobody. My girl just gonna be like, my celebrity crush is Salma Hayek. And
Salma Hayek's almost 60 years old.
Salma Hayek is dangerous. So now, if I'm somebody now the way I feel about Salma Hayek is no longer just a celebrity crush. Now the way I feel about Salma Hayek is within the realistic realm of possibilities.
Yeah.
And so now, if I'm going kind of crazy over her, my girl has reason to be upset with me because I need to rein it in.
Yeah.
Now, liking her activity on social media or shooting a DM. If I shoot a DM to Salma Hayek right now, my girl gonna laugh at me like I'm stupid.
Yeah.
If I'm somebody and I shoot Salma Hayek a DM, now I'm cheating. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different level. And so I think you got to be aware of that as a celebrity, as someone with status.
Yeah.
That if you in that same circle as whoever you fawning over, like you gotta rein it in a little bit, or be mindful that, okay, but you married, bro. Like there's a line now. Now there's a boundary there, because that is within the realistic realm of possibilities, and therefore, if you do too much, you kind of put yourself in a bad spot as a partner, in terms of like respecting your partner.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. It's shaky.
Yeah. So basically, like, I kind of agree with like just the clothing part.
Okay.
From the baby daddy's perspective, and then my girl kind of was on her side. Like, I don't think it was that bad what she was wearing, but once I pulled it up to remind her, I'm like, you don't remember what she was wearing. Like, you clearly didn't get a good view of it. Mm-hmm. And when I showed, she was like, yeah, kinda, but still, he's overreacting. And I'm like, whatever. I don't got time to argue over some other people, like, relationship shit. Like, just know, if it was us in that situation, like,
shit would have went down real different.
You're not wearing the cheeks out like that. I don't care if it's something laced and shit. I'm not trying to control nobody and what they fucking wear, but we know what's appropriate for certain situations. Yeah, like, and that's all it really comes down to. You know what I'm saying? They might not have the communication and the time put in with each other to really respect and understand each other's boundaries. Maybe that's something she got to work on in that relationship, you know, and understanding that, and that maybe it's not that he's trying to control, but he's just not comfortable with you outside like that. You know what I mean?
Or maybe he is trying to control and we don't know.
And we don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to assume. You know, I don't even know this dude. I never even heard of him.
Yeah, exactly. Son could be horrible. Like, for all we know.
And she's just torturing him more because she knows he's insecure and controlling. Who knows?
Yeah, Facts. Shit go deep.
Facts. Oh, before we get off that topic, though, shout out to Winnie Harlow. The way she handled it. Usher pulled up on her and she jumped on Kyle Kuzma's lap. Like, this ain't happening. Funny. That ain't. You ain't gonna make me a meme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If my shorty did that,
she real one, for real.
She real one.
Word. Because Kyle Kuzma definitely.
I'm trying to find me a shorty
if Usher would have picked Kyle Kuzma up out the crowd, he definitely would have got up and spent for him.
Yeah.
Nah, no disrespect, Kyle. Nah, he gonna hear this shit, see this shit, but you know, I'm joking. W. And then Saweetie, he tried to do the same thing with her, and that shit was so hilarious because she didn't know the she didn't know the words.
She like too cool.
She was like acting too cool, but you know she's dating YG too, so she probably was like,
"Oh yeah,
this ain't what you want, and I don't want this either. We both gonna get shot."
It's just like a situation to avoid if you're in a relationship. Like, you don't even want to stir the pot of that kind of thing by even playing into it a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you don't got to be super cold about it. You know, you could be funny with it. But playing into it too crazy is gonna cause a rift in a relationship.
See, that's the thing. If my girl stood up, if Usher called her out, like grabbed her by the hand, picked her up, I'm gonna stand up with her. You're gonna sing to both of us. When he go like this with the mic,
you gonna spin
when he go like this, I'm gonna be like, baby, we gonna do that together. Ooh, girl, look. Dead ass, yo.
But
I might just take the mic from Usher, start singing, you don't know how good it feels to call you my girl.
we gonna
Yo, don't clip that part, please.
Clipping that shit. Sending it to her. She gonna love it. But alright though.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
I mean,
unless you got something else.
One last thing before we go. Who you got You got Elon or you got Zuckerberg? That's all I wanted to
Bro,
ask.
Zuckerberg been training with some
He
dogs.
training with Izzy Adesanya and
And
Volkanovski. Oh
yeah,
my god!
and
I think I had
and
told you about it
Zuckerberg,
before. I don't know if this was the last episode or some shit, but Zuck really do that Brazilian jiu-jitsu for real. Like he won a tournament and all that. Like a
and
Brazilian jiu-jitsu
Zuckerberg
tournament.
might not even be from this planet, so I'm definitely scared of him.
Yeah. I saw him
Elon
wakeboarding
like,
or some shit. You know, like when you're on the surfboard behind the fucking the boat and shit, and you like ride the waves and you hold on to the thing.
Yeah.
Bro was doing that shit. He's a pro at that shit. He's mad athletic. Like that shit ain't easy. He let go and was just riding the waves, wilding. And he was with Izzy and Volk on a boat and shit, doing that shit. I was like, yo, I don't know, man. But the thing about Elon, he definitely taking some kind of form of like steroids and like some shit that's probably advanced that we don't even know about, because the people training with him, George St. Pierre trained with him. And George St. Pierre was like, he's very, very strong. Like, you wouldn't even understand. Like, you wouldn't think he's as strong as he is. He's like sneaky strong. And I'm like, that dude got some pills that he created that gave him like strength or something.
He kind of built tanky, like kind of like a tank.
Yeah.
Like a keg. But in terms of like now physical exertion, how long you could last in a fight, like I don't know, like if Zuckerberg got that energy, have him chase you a little bit, tire him out.
I think Zuck's just gonna try to get it to the ground and submit him. If supposedly the fight's really gonna happen, so
yeah, we living in I don't know how the people of the future are gonna look back on this part of history, bro, because I don't know
the 2020s and up.
Everything in this episode kind of
from the pandemic up has been some wild shit.
It's just chaos, bro. Not even since Jake Paul and Logan Paul started
YouTubing,
and since Trump started became president. Like ever since
that,
like era. That's when shit just started like stopped making sense like so long ago. At this point, we life is really just happening at this point.
It's like
there's
no like Andrew Tate
rhyme or reason. There's no
the Matrix for real.
Yeah, like now it feels like people are playing with us. Like an outside force is just playing with
like
us,
everybody,
and just playing fucking jokes on us. It's that crazy at this point.
You're not,
anything is
you're
happening.
Not a Marvel guy, damn. But there's this guy, He Who Remains, and he's like. He Who Remains pretty much is responsible for the things that go on in each multiverse. He like basically he knows everything. He knows what's gonna happen past, you know what I'm saying, in the future of whatever.
It's like the creator.
He's the creator. So it's like literally it's like there's a He Who Remains playing with us right now. Like, okay,
yeah, that's what it feels
we're gonna do that, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And like creating the all chaos type shit, you know?
Everything with the space shit right now and aliens, and every other day we find in a new planet we could possibly got life on it. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I got Zuck though.
Yeah, I don't even fuck with Elon like that. Not that I fucked with Zuckerberg either, but
yeah,
I guess I got him. I just like Instagram better than Twitter.
Facts. And Threads. I'm on Team Threads right now. Facts. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I ain't got nothing else. I did briefly mention that I'm gonna start, having some hat designs out there. So be on the lookout for that. On the next episode, I'm probably gonna preview the hat. Hopefully we get that episode out before the hat drops. I think honestly I could announce for anyone watching and made it this far, my first official design is a collab with my brother Jarrell Robert. If you're not familiar, you could check out his stuff. He does a lot of high-end jeans that have been worn by guys like G Herbo and Michael Rainey from Power and a couple other notable names. And we're dropping a hat, and it comes out July 29th. That's as much as I'm going to give you right now, but tune in for the next episode, and I'm going to give you the preview. of the actual full hat. And if you follow us on Instagram and other platforms, you follow me on Threads. There's previews up, slight hints of previews of the inspo and how the hat patch. I would show you the patch now, but I can't really show you the patch without exposing the actual hat. So we're just gonna leave it at that. And yeah, man, be on the lookout for that. And anybody that supports and cops the hat, man, tag me in it. But I'll get more into that on the next episode, and it's always appreciated, always. Right?
Yes, sir. So with that, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Yes, sir. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Go like, subscribe, comment. And I wanted to let this be known. We're on every platform, audio and video. This podcast ain't just a video YouTube podcast. You can get our podcast on Spotify, on Apple Apple Podcasts, fucking Deezer. What are the other one? Anywhere you can get audio.
I don't think we on Deezer.
Anywhere
I think that's the one we curved.
That's the one we curved.
But we pretty much on every audio podcast. Amazon.
Exactly. Amazon, Spotify, Apple. We're there. So you don't have to just sit down and watch a whole hour of us talking on YouTube. You might not even have the ad-free version of it, so you don't want to watch a whole hour with ads and shit. We're on every audio platform. I just wanted to make sure I made that clear.
And you can check it in the description below. We got all the information there, all of our socials. Follow that.
Yes.
Show love, show support. We appreciate it. But with that, anything else?
That's it, man.
All right. Well then, love, peace, all that.
Peace.